Shri Mataji. Welcome to the morning meditation. Let's all collectively offer pranams and seek permission for meditating collectively. After that, we raise our Kundalini and take our bandhans. And we'll take 3 Maha Mantras followed by Shri Ganesh Mantra.
त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री महालक्ष्मी महासरस्वती महाकाली त्रिगुणात्मिका कुण्डलिनी साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः। ॐ त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री कल्की साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः। ॐ त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री कल्की साक्षात् श्री सहस्र स्वामिनी मोक्षप्रदायिनी माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः। ॐ त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री गणेश साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः।
Attention on our spirit. We will follow the peace prayer by Shri Mataji.
I wish peace for the whole world, for the whole nation. To understand, to give up all the strife, all the false battles for money and for power, all wrong ideas that different from each other and come under the banner of Sahaja Yoga and enter into the kingdom of God, where they are invited with all respect and love. I wish peace to all of them, to all the countries, all the human beings, in their families, in their hearts, with their children, with all of them. Let there be peace. Let their heart emit peace, their tongue speak with peace, their eyes see nothing but peace. All this has to change. Tremendous change has to take place. The whole universe has to take a different turn. All that is helpless, hateful, ugly has to vanish, and the peace has to prevail. It is not the peace of the dead, but peace of the living that has to come, of the body. I bless all of you to be the channels of that peace, to be beautiful channels of that peace, to be glorious channels of that peace, to be great children of your mother, who is so proud of you. May God bless you.
is residing in all of you, in your hearts. The seat of Sadashiva is on top of your head, but is reflected in your heart. Now your brain is the Vittala. So to bring spirit to your brain means enlightenment of your brain. Enlightenment of your brain means the limited capacity of your brain has to become unlimited in its capacity to realize God. I will not use the word understand, but to realize God. How powerful He is, how miraculous He is, how great He is. The another is that the brain of man can create, of course, out of the dead. But when the spirit comes into brain, then you create living things, living work of Kundalini. Even the dead start behaving like living because you touch the spirit in the dead. Like the nucleus inside every atom or a molecule has the spirit of that molecule. And if you become your spirit, we can say the brain of a molecule or an atom is like the nucleus, body of the nucleus. But the one that controls the nucleus is the spirit that resides within the nucleus. So now you have got the attention or the body, the whole body of the atom, then the nucleus, and inside the nucleus is the spirit. In the same way, we have this body, the attention of the body. And then we have the nucleus is the brain, and the spirit is in the heart. So the brain is controlled through the spirit. How? That around the heart there are 7 auras. Which can be multiplied into any number. 7 raised to power 1600, which are the ones which watch the 7 chakras raised to power 16,000, sorry. Now this spirit is watching through this aura. Watching, I am again saying watching. Through this aura. Can you sit down? Can you sit down? I think would be better. There's no need to bother once you have put it up. This aura is watching the behavior of your 7 centers in your brain. Is also watching all the nerves that are working in the brain, watching again. But when you bring the spirit into your brain, then you go 2 steps ahead. Because when your Kundalini rises, she touches the Sadashiva, and Sadashiva informs the spirit. Informs in the sense reflects in the spirit. So that's the first state where the watching auras start communicating to your different chakras in the brain and integrating it. But when you bring your spirit to your brain, this is the second state. Then you really become self-realized in the full way. In the full way. Because then yourself, that is the spirit, becomes your brain. Action is very dynamic. It opens then the 5th dimension in the human being. First, when you become realized, collectively conscious, and start raising the Kundalini, you cross the 4th dimension. But when your spirit comes into your brain, then you become the 5th dimension, means you become the doer. Our brain now, for example, says, all right, lift this thing up. So you touch it with your hand, you lift it up. You are the doer. But when the brain becomes the spirit is the doer. And when spirit is the doer, then you become a complete Shiva, self-realized. In that state, if you get angry, you are not attached. You are not an attached person to anything whatsoever. If you possess anything, you are not attached. You cannot attach because spirit is detachment. It's complete detachment. You don't bother about any attachments whatsoever. Even for a second, you are not attached.
Otherwise, gradually you start developing very difficult type of diseases. Say, if you are forgiving, your heart runs very fast. No one can touch your heart. You cannot get heart attacks. But if you are tolerating, suffering, and taking many things as a power of your own, doing wrong things, and forgetting about God, then you also start developing a very weak heart. So one side is that you develop a heart which is extremely aggressive and can become like Hitler's heart. Under any kind of pretensions, if you start torturing someone, your heart becomes solid, and then you can get a tremendous, massive heart attack and all the troubles from. This is inevitable. But supposing you are extremely tolerant and you tolerate all nonsense, you are very docile, you are a frightened person. If you are frightened and because of fright you do that, you can develop another kind of a heart we call as angina, where the blood supply is less and ultimately you develop a kind of a guilt and you lead a very mediocre life. So this second thing also is very visible among people who think they are very, very tolerant. I am saying that tolerance is all right because of spirituality, but not because you are frightened and you are afraid of something. If you are a Sahaja Yogi, you have no business to be afraid of anything. In India, people are afraid of everything. If they see a squirrel, they'll be frightened. If they see a lizard, finished. I mean, they are afraid of anything. And the ladies of India are so afraid of even cockroaches. This kind of temperament is absolutely stupid, because that makes you a kind of a person who is prone to angina. What is there to be afraid of? If you are a Sahaja Yogi and Sahaja Yogini, you are not to be afraid of it. They are afraid of rats, all kinds of nonsense, and they boast of it. And they talk about it. Here the heart is becoming weak and weak and weak. Also, I must say, the Indian men are responsible for that, because they treat their women as if they are appendages or some sort of a liability. I don't know what they think them to. Their behavior is so bad, unbelievable. Especially in the North India, I have seen women have no position. The woman is brought in the house, kept in the house, just like a maid servant. She has to cover her face all the time. She doesn't have to go out anywhere without permission. It's terrible. Some people say it is the Muslim influence or whatever it is. But when you believe in eternal life, in spiritual life, you should not be governed by any such nonsensical atrocities. And that's why I feel that you really need the emancipation of women in India. They are very good, they are very tolerant, they are very sweet, but they develop all the bad diseases, all the mental diseases, because they don't know their own value, they don't know their own self-respect. And on this I have already spoken at length. Why should men behave like that? Thus, I think in our country we have at least 70% are women. And the 70% people's energy is wasted in the North India. I don't know what they think of themselves. And then they are punished. All such countries can never prosper because women are the Lakshmis. But they have to be Lakshmis also. They have to behave like Lakshmis. But some of them come up like this that you are shocked. How can they be women? They look like devils. So it's such an imbalance in the society, which is punished again by Shri Mataji. He is very kind and he looks after the people who are suffering. And he tries to punish people who make them suffer. It is his quality to help by destroying people who are aggressive. He doesn't talk of in Kundalini. He doesn't talk of self-realization. He just punishes them nicely in such a bad way that is shocking. And he relieves sometimes people like, I've seen many women who live like this, suffer so much. They die much earlier than their age. All this one has to see in the right perspective. He is there to protect, of course, but more to destroy. He protects all kinds of animals, all birds, all the nature he protects. He is the one who brings all the joy of spirituality. But if you try to become aggressive, then he is the one who will destroy. Sometimes he gives more long rope to hand. And so people think we are all right, they satisfy themselves. On the contrary, in the West I find the women are ruling the men more than the men. Very surprising. I don't know how they have handled the situation. But they are ruling all the time. And the men have to be under their thumb. I don't know how they have managed it. But they do it. They are not humble. They don't love. And they will go on divorcing their husbands all the time. They do not love. They don't know what is love is. But also, I've seen men don't understand what love is in India. They don't know how to love their wives, which is a life partner. How to respect. They don't understand. Then comes a great wrath. And this wrath works in so many ways, in creating horrible diseases and in creating
problems and problems for such men. And the society also is responsible for doing all kinds of things against humble people. Both ways, one has to understand that if you are aggressive, you are under the third eye of Shri Mataji. In any way. If you are aggressive, say with your servants. If you are aggressive with your subordinates. If you are aggressive with your children. There is this wrathful God watching, and one can get under the spell of his destruction. But he gives us the great heights of Himalaya. He makes human beings extremely beautiful, very noble. And he wants that people should love each other. There should be pure love among human beings. And also, he makes you very delicately behaving towards other people, very sweetly behaving towards others. If you don't have that, then you are going in the wrong direction. For his greatest thing is that he gives you the height and the depth. If you are worshipping him, then you develop such heights that you see the whole world as a witness.
Shri Mataji, please bless us with the detached witness state of the pure spirit. Please remove all the aggression and the root cause of it in our behavior that may be stopping our spiritual ascent. Angikam bhuvanam yasya vachikam sarvavangmayam aharyam chandrataradim tam namaha satvikam shivam. Mataji, please enlighten our brain with the light of the pure spirit, Shri Sadashiva. Shri Shiva, whose clothes and ornaments are the entire stars, planets, and moon of the universe, whose sound is the sound of the universe, the one who is meditative, Sattvic Shiva, please reside within us as the pure spirit. Let's all humbly bow down. Thanks for this collective session. Raise our Kundalini and take bandhans. Jai Shri Mataji.